set, ready to go this time. It's going to be Dust 2. It is, of course, Nemiga versus Hard Legion.
And Hard Legion starting off at that CT side. And not a good approach from Nemiga, I believe, because going in that lower tunnel area, that usually doesn't work out.
Well, usually doesn't work out, but we'll see as over on Cat, it is, of course, Rage lying in wait. We've talked plenty about him, but we cannot undersay how much, or underappreciate how much Nemiga has been able to do themselves, as they will find one return kill in the end, but it's a 2-for-1. Bomb getting closer towards that B side, but it's all about Hard Legion Esports. They find another one, and now all of a sudden it's all down to Box. Bomb is there. I mean, not much he can do at this point.
Yeah, he doesn't have the bomb. He's all alone. Will he manage to take down Kinky? He does, but
all right.
Now the CTs know where he is, and not much he can do.
Just going to play around mid doors, it seems like. Just waiting on that angle. That's going to be good, though. Box finds 2 more. No way. Box gets the win. Insane play coming out of Nemiga from Box. Rather, with a pistol round, he was happy. You could clearly see with his camera shaking there at the end. And, man, hats off to you, buddy. That was... That shouldn't have happened. This is one parallel universe, the only one out of a million possibilities where that happens.
Amazing, really. I'm still shocked because that was the clutch that Nemiga needed to start off this map here.
Damn. Beautiful stuff. Speedak is going to be the one to pick up the scout. Looking to answer Rage. We've talked about this matchup. See how this one's going to play out.
In the meantime, MDS already pushed mid doors just to check if there's any CT players there.
Well, doesn't quite spot anything out, but as a result, we do see a couple of rotations potentially coming out of Hard Legion, as they do know what's up. Kinky is going to be the one to go down, though, as Lollipop finds him with a Galil. And as a result, even though we still have Krad step up far forward with that Famas, is going to be able to find one before going down. So at the very least, a little bit of success, but control over the point completely going over in favor of Nemiga.
Yeah, similar approach from Nemiga, because last round they did the same tactic, but only this time they did manage to get the bomb planted, and now it's a 3v4 situation.
It looks like Hard Legion are... Yeah, they don't even want this. They don't want to fight this. They're just going to wait this one out instead.
Yeah, because retaking B site on Dust 2 is really difficult.
Yeah. And as a result, yep, there we go. It's going to time out. It's going to go over in favor of Nemiga, and they're going to have quite a few things up their sleeve going into the next round. Going to be looking even better, of course. Dust 2, one of these maps where you see T-side being favored, generally speaking, but man, if you can see those kind of plays all throughout Dust 2 out of Nemiga, there's no way we can have Hard Legion answer.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And here we go, round number 3 is underway.
Nothing really committed though. For Hard Legion, they're going to be content. We're just saving up instead. Still keeping on to that scout, of course, for the side of Rage. As this time around, we might actually see most of Nemiga go towards A. I mean, they're posted up around blue. Just looking for any sideline, and unfortunately for them, I think we'll have most of the squad of Hard Legion waiting for them, but they don't quite have the firepower to deal with it, most likely.
Yeah, only a scout onto Rage, but Rage was a beast in the last map.
Yeah.
With the op, so let's see what he can do with the scout.
So far, just waiting on both sides.
Yeah, Nemiga not really committing.
Yeah, surprise, surprise to nobody. But finally, as we do say that, as the flash did go through, it does signal the rest of the squad to rush in forward. Nothing obtained for the CT side just yet. However, Speedak did go pretty low. So at the very least, maybe, just maybe, Nemiga is going to be able to find more here finally as Box finds one before going down. It is a 2v1 advantage in their favor. However, Sviat will fall. So will Kinky and the rest of his team. Nemiga with another win.
Yeah, good push from Nemiga, but now it is going to be a bye round for Hard Legion. And let's see, can Rage get an op maybe? Nope, he is going to go for the AUG.
It is a choice he has opted in for, and it's Krad actually. And this is one thing that I was thinking about, considering the fact that Krad has now 4 kills on this team. He was, I think, the better player in the first map. And in the second one, it was clear that it was Rage. So Crad having that op can definitely agree to it.
And in the meantime, Lollipop gets a nice kill onto Kinky, and now Nemiga, they won't quite yet commit for the bush, which is a good decision because just look at the map. 3 CT players already stacked onto that A bomb site.
And they're finally wising up to the idea that this might just still be a potential B take. So they're going to at the very least send over Crad to look towards the middle or mid doors, but now he's going back towards that A point, whereas right up next to Xbox, we do still have Box set up, as he might have been heard, I think, actually by Forster. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but look at this. Nobody on B site, and just an easy stroll,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
an easy walk in the park. For
back
Nemiga.
plat even being covered there just in case by Nemiga, but this is going to be easy pickings, and Hard Legion Esports are none the wiser. They have no clue, it seems like. Yep, bomb plat now going through means that they're, all right, another save it is, probably, I would assume.
Yeah, it is shaping up to be a save, but in the meantime, Forrester gets a nice kill onto Speedak.
Yeah, look at the position out of Nemiga. I'm not sure. However, of course, we do still have Box, who was waiting.
Yeah,
Finally
he
paying
caught
off.
Rage off guard. Rage was about to throw a molly, I believe.
And that was crucial because I don't know what Nemiga were doing. Like, their rotation previously was pretty interesting. Now Box...
This was nasty. This was nasty, to say the least. Just one tap. Bye-bye Lollipop. And bye-bye this round. Team Nemiga leading by 4.
Crad at least gets to keep the up. So, not all too dire for the squad. However, again, massive lead early on for Nemiga. It's a 4-0. It's looking very good for them.
As we enter round number 5.
And it's crazy to think that it might just be off of the fact that Box pulled up a miracle play in that first round, I think, that it got this momentum.
Yeah, because that is a definite, like, momentum boost, to say the least. I mean, getting that clutch, that was, I'm still shocked, really.
Definitely my favorite moment of the tournament so far for our first day. Already starting off with some very spicy plays coming out of the first matchup. Of course, we do still have one more matchup to go for today. It's going to be another interesting one. Definitely you don't want to miss out on that either, as it is Ago versus Gambit Youngster. 2 exceptional squads. But in the meantime, of course, Hard Legion Esports, we've seen them come back from this type of a deficit. We can have a matchup that is much closer up our sleeves soon enough, but they really they really have to start making things work for them. And it might just be off of this interesting positioning coming out of Crad, as he did not get spotted out.
I was just about to mention that, you're right. But it isn't going to be a back play from Nemiga, as they are committing to the push, and now shots are being exchanged. Kinky gets a nice kill onto Box, and now shots left and right. Sviat with a nice jump headshot onto Geo, and 3 versus 2, but no bomb plant.
No bomb plant, and Crad was spotted out, so he couldn't be quite that annoying member. Unfortunately, that molly actually wasn't too bad, but now doesn't get the hit. Means that Sviat is going to get Speedak, and now one final member left here. He did get the damage previously, so he knew something, or rather someone was there. But Hard Legion Esports finally getting that round win.
I mean, that round was shaping up to be their win, because if Nemiga decided to go for the rotation back, they would be greeted by Crad, I believe.
Yeah, that was Crad.
Yeah, so a good round from Hard Legion, breaking the 4-round win streak of Nemiga.
Seemingly what happens every time, but now actually set up all the way at the pit. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Looking a little bit better all of a sudden for Nemiga, considering the positioning of Hard Legion Esports. They thought that was more of a bait, so they're trying to set up more towards mid, as from what I can tell, it's both Forrester and Sviat around there. Cat was covered by Kinky.
Yes, but no players on that A bomb site, and if they decide to go, but
now
as
finally,
I was saying that the boost is coming in, and now Sviat is onto position.
Oh, the shot is going to be good, though, on the other side. And Nemiga is going to be able to find another advantage here. 4 versus 3, 4 versus 2. Things rapidly crumbling here for Hard Legion Esports. As they will find 2, though. That is exactly what they need. Bomb drop 2. All of a sudden, 2v2. And looking very possible for Hard Legion Esports. As I say that, Speedak gets the kill.
And it's all down to Crad with the op. The bomb plant is coming in. MDS is watching the cross, watching the CT spawn.
Nice.
Nice shot, but he still doesn't know where the last player is. And
he knows.
MDS definitely knows where Crad is.
There we
and
go.
Here we go. Nemiga bouncing back immediately. A quick response.
They get to save 1 up for them, too. So not too much lost, all things considered. Could have looked much, much worse considering that looked like such an easy A-take, whereas all of a sudden the answer was great from the defensive side, making it a 2v2.
Crad.
Yeah, it's nice to see different members step up for Hard Legion Esports. It's encouraging to see at the very least, but we would definitely love to see some better plays from the likes of Rage, some other ones. Now finally, we'll be traded out. Speedak is going to be able to get that one up a little bit better than the Scout. Scout recovered, but not for long, as MDS is going to be able to secure that one too. And now, not quite sure if they're going to go for B, as they are indeed thinking about it.
I mean, it wasn't half echo round, so
yeah,
not much they're going to lose.
And another one found over from middle. At the very least, mid doors that is, but that will signal the position. One of the members coming in, and we do see Forrester waiting for him. He gets the first few shots and the kill. But now 3 members onto B plat, and another one secured. Forrester goes down. Sviat, not much he can do. Not sure what he will go for. Perhaps pick up a rifle and then just get out of there.
I mean, that's the only choice you can do. He has a P250 versus 3 players. The bomb is down. He decides to wait it out. There is an AK in front of him.
Here we go, picks it up. Can he get more? Yes, it is gonna happen. That's Gio. I'm gonna go down. 2v1. Not sure if he has the resources available, especially since he doesn't have a kit, but it doesn't matter. Speedak closes this one out.
Yeah, but that was actually close. Maybe if he continued the spray down onto Speedak, that could have proved to be fatal. I mean, the clock was ticking and all, but still a good try from Sviat.
Definitely. Looking like doable in the face of a dire situation. And now, fortunately for Hard Legion, yes, they did go for a buy round, but another loss here would be pretty disastrous, as their opponents are looking for similar results off of that last round. Just looking towards the middle. Pretty far forward positioning coming out of Hard Legion, I'd say. Actually, one even set up in pit. Having a look at Sviat around blue.
They just left mid completely undefended. I mean, Forrester is there watching, but no cover coming from A side.
We'll see Rage now, finally with the op.
Yeah, but Speedak is also aiming at that corner.
So who's going to be the one to come out on top? Because on Inferno, we saw it was a Rage. So Speedak is going to look for that revenge, but now he's going to get pushed away. Box, setting up a little bit forward.
But this is a one-way smoke. So you can't see through it. So let's see, what can Nemiga do?
Ooh, nicely done there to actually make that rotation onto the point happen here, but it will get sprayed down. That's Sviat with 2 quick ones. Can he find a third? I mean, he's got a corner there, and unfortunately for Nemiga, this is looking very dire, unless through middle it's Gio with a big double himself. That's going to be also Kinky going down, gets spotted out in return, actually, from Lollipop. And all of a sudden, where things finally looked better for Hard Legion, it's not going to happen. Speedak going to get that one, and as a result, another win under their belt. 7-1, and Nemiga looking like the clear favorite so far.
Yeah, really steamrolling this match. And now the CTs, they did call for a tactical timeout. Maybe to try some new tactics or something, or maybe to just cool their heads.
I think so too, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last map. I mean, But as we said at the beginning, this is the double elimination system. So even if you lose this, you will have another chance.
Of course. So it's not over yet for Hard Legion Esports, even if they go down against Nemiga Gaming. I think, that's nothing to be ashamed of, especially considering the fact that not only their pedigree in Nemiga Gaming, but they've put up a really good fight. I don't think many people expected Inferno to go their way. And even on that first map, it wasn't too bad, all things considered, looking at it overall. So if we see them improve throughout the rest of the tournament, can perhaps see much greater things out of this team, especially in the future. Remember, they're, recently formed October of last year. So in the meantime, as I was talking about them, of course, unfortunately, they did lose 2 members.
Yeah,
but
Box really standing out in this map. Nice double kill and the A take.
freed up.
Yeah, freed up.
To be fair, though, I mean, they didn't really have much to their name. Hard Legion Esports, it's not like
Yeah, only
the
an
win.
M4.
Yeah.
Only an M4.
The win didn't really look like too likely to happen, if you will. So, still, if they can get to at the very least save up Crad here, more money in the rest of the squad, will be looking better in future rounds because they really need to step things up. An 8-1 disadvantage, it's not going to be looking good for them.
I agree. They really need to step up the game.
And okay, we talk about how that's obvious, right? They need to step it up. That's easy talk, but how do you do it?
How?
That is the big question here because I'm not quite sure on the CT side what they can do. I think we've talked about how vulnerable they've been around mid and perhaps being better or smarter around it could net them the win, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I can't really see a clear decision for them. Maybe they should try for a risky approach. They haven't tried it so far while on the CD side. Maybe that's the key. Or maybe just, how do you say it, like close the hole in the middle.
Close the gap, or maybe not fill in the gap. Yeah, I guess so. Could say that. That could work for them potentially, especially since Box has been, as you said, pretty much the biggest player on the side of Nemiga. And he was the one, I think, that played mostly around middle, around that Xbox in particular, or the mid doors. And as a result, I mean, actually, this whole map is off of his back. Because in that first round, he did that miracle pistol round, right?
Yeah,
he
that
was the one to
pistol round just gave them the momentum. And look at them, 8-1.
Insane.
A hefty lead and a double op setup for Hard Legion. Is this the key?
Could very well be. I mean, we know both of these players are capable of handling that weapon very well. But Nemiga, actually, this time around, going more towards B, upper B that is, and some lower with that bomb. Trying to bait it out towards upper, perhaps, but overall, I mean...
Mid, here we go again, but Crad is this time watching with the op.
And gets it.
One, but...
Return fire, not good enough though for Nemiga. It's all about Hard Legion as they clear out mid for the most part. There are 2 members now left for Nemiga. It is Box, yes, it is Geo, and fortunately enough for them, Geo is really close onto that point. I mean, kind of pushing away Forrester, but he will be more than ready for it. He will signal the rest of his team to come in. Bomb plan is pretty important for Nemiga for more cash in their pocket, but can they get anything else done? Because, interesting enough, Hard Legion are kind of playing this one very patiently. They do get that 1 kill. It's down to 1 final member in Box. Can he clutch it out again?
I mean, if he manages to clutch this, then...
He's a god. No other way around it.
Yeah, no other way around it, but
that's
not
one.
much he can do.
That's
it's
one.
Kinky.
Well, that's one. He spots out the second. That's 2. Can he get a third? No, unfortunately for him, Rage finds him out in the end. And I was actually, my heart's been racing, man. For a second, I thought he actually got it, but the defuse is going to happen. Hard Legion finally a little bit more breathing room as they get their second round win of Dust 2.
Imagine if he clutched that.
He almost bought him enough time, to be fair.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't get, like, all the kills. And I think what would be an ace, because I'm not sure if he was the one to get that kill initially.
Can't
it was a
really
4v1,
right now, but yeah,
still.
It was a 4v1. But regardless of that, a nice try from Box.
Very nice try indeed. It's going to make things a little bit too close for comfort for Hard Legion Esports. But they're going to be breathing out a sigh of relief as they will have a little bit more breathing room here, knowing that, okay, another round finally won. A lot more resources available, still sticking to those two ops, seeing what they can do with it.
But Krat's position here is kind of good because he will manage to get Geo off guard.
Just like you mentioned, he's going to make it a 5v4. Nothing really lost for Hard Legion Esports, even more so important, I think, even though mid is in control once more for Nemiga, and as a result, Rage will go down, but Box will fall. Key player here for the side of Nemiga. Another one going to bite the dust. It's going to be Lollipop. MDS and Speedak now left. MDS will find one up close. With that smoke, they are going to make a good rotation onto A, so credit where credit's due. They will potentially get they will surely get the plan here. One member left in pit. We'll see if he's going to be the one to turn things around. That's Kinky.
Yeah, Speedak with the op. Let's see what he can do.
There we go. Yes, it is indeed Kinky. Gets spotted out way too late, and that is it. It is going to be Hard Legion with another round win.
I mean, in these last two rounds, we saw Krad really aggressively peeking some angles, where the previous round before this one, it didn't pay off because he got... I mean, he did get a trade, but got immediately traded and lost the op. But in this round, it paid off because he peeked the tunnel, the upper tunnels, and then he went back and peeked the middle, and it really did pay off.
Paid off big time. Means that Nemiga are kind of running dry with that economy soon enough if they are to lose this next round, and that will snowball things in favor of Hard Legion Esports, who are bouncing back finally into Dust 2. We'll see whether or not they can keep it up. Of course, this is round 12. Not much left here for their CT side. Nemiga looking to build up an even bigger advantage until that swap does eventually happen. As the nades are flying by. Positioning, interestingly enough, again in control of middle. It is all about Nemiga, who didn't lose anyone just yet.
That was a nice fake from Nemiga, but they did burn out most of the utility. And now they are gonna make a rotation, I believe. Nope, they are gonna still stick with the A side, but from a different approach.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not sure what to think of this, considering the fact that we still have Kinky in the same spot over in pit, and I don't think they will expect that one. Oh, actually, he's not exactly into the pit. He's off into the side of it, and it seems like it still pays off because he gets one, gets two. Can he get a third? No, unfortunately for him, but that is more than enough of a trade for them, especially since Rage is still on point with that op. Only two more members now left for Nemiga. It's MDS and Box. And as you said, so many grenades and everything else expended means that they're going to back off. Yeah, that's another loss there in MDS and Box.
I mean,
another win for Hard Legion.
Kinky's position there in pit plat was really good because I think they didn't expect that, and that caught them off guard.
Very nicely done.
And Hard Legion is waking up, now trailing by 4 rounds. I mean, still a long way to go, but you gotta start somewhere.
And the great thing is, actually, is the fact that you cripple the economy of Nemiga. Now they are forced into a pistol round. It's not going to be looking good, especially since the shots are going to connect here for Hard Legion Esports. And they will be more than happy to take another round win here, whereas Nemiga, not quite sure what they're going to be able to do. They're looking to just save up for the next one. I mean, realistically, this should not go into their favor.
And let's see if this aggressive play pays out for Krad. Not yet.
Not yet, but they kind of have to go for it because up against two ops, I just can't see them playing it more passively than they already are, and that's good. As at really something, the Forster still gets Speedak in the end, so...
Yeah, he just managed to drop him down to 14 HP, and then the nade was just a secure. So not looking, and Box is down to 8 HP, so that's not good as well.
And I'm not sure how they would even be able to get this B, because over in back plat, that is already one member in crowd waiting with the op. Not only that, Sviat is far forward too, and he gets one. Second enough, sure to fall as Box is down to 8 HP. Desperate attempt at best. There we go.
Lollipop gets taken down, and it's all down to Box. 8 HP in his body, a deagle in his hand. What can he do?
I mean, prayer in his mind at the very best. hoping something. But unfortunately for him, yeah, they're going to be ready. I was just going to say how Crowd is waiting for him. And there it is, the secure. It's going to go down. And as a result, we do have a 5-0 now scoreline.
Interesting.
That was the 4th loss in a row, too, I think, for Nemiga.
Yeah, four lost rounds. And now, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't
Yeah,
an
it wasn't
echo
eco
round.
round. But
And now a 4 AK setup with an SG. Let's see. But I don't understand Hard Legion's approach. They always leave middle open. They rely solely on Krad to keep control of that mid. And now Krad is taken down. And let's see.
ooh, that's a good spray, though, going in. Through that smoke, it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in the end. And as a result, that might just be enough, especially since we will find another target going down. Second one to follow here. It's all about Hard Legion Esports as they make quick work of the opposition. Damn, last round for swapping sides. I mean, I'm just not sure what Nemiga's doing at this point. It seems like, again, they're crumbling. That's one way of putting it.
Nemiga is just... they had a 7-round lead.
Okay.
And now it's not looking too good. I mean, credit where credit is due. Nice shot there by Speedak, but how did they manage to lose such a lead?
Well, I mean, similar thing happened to Hard Legion, in a sense, on Inferno, so
and
it can happen.
Look
but
at the bomb.
Yeah.
The bomb is down, and Rage knows it. All he has to do is cover it.
All they have to do, Molly in place, everything else set up, and as a result, I mean, Nemiga, what are you going to do? They're going to make a rotation towards B, up through the lower into upper B. But interestingly enough, actually, with this position now, since he is forced to look into mid, that did open up most of the point for them. Lollipop gets the headshot, gets the kill. And maybe, just maybe, it is what Nemiga needed, but he did most surely hurt him. We'll see what Sviat is going to be able to do. Ooh, pre-fires in the wrong direction, and as a result, it's going to be even more difficult for them.
Yeah, that was a good call from Nemiga to make the push onto that B site, because only Forrester was there. He didn't get the kill, and
No.
yeah, now it's a 3v4 situation. Save is not an option because it is the last round.
Nice, nicely done. That's 2 for MDS. And in the end, Hard Legion Esports will lose another round, so Nemiga finally getting that round win in the end. But man, wasn't made difficult by Hard Legion Esports, much more than expected, really.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking dire for Nemiga. I mean, they had the 8-1 lead, and to see Hard Legion coming back into it, it's really not good psychological-wise.
Especially since, in theory, right, now that we are swapping sides, if they can pick up the momentum once more, it is Hard Legion Esports who should have an overall map advantage, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
With that D side and everything. So we'll see what they can do with it. I mean,
look at Sviat in the meantime,
just
standing on 15 kills. And
yeah.
as you said, it's always nice to see someone else standing out.
Because in the meantime, it's not like we don't have other members of Hard Legion Esports underperforming, or not performing, rather. If I'm being totally honest, I mean, if you still look at Rage, for instance, he hasn't played too bad. All things considered, Kinky is positioning over to the pit, and Plaid won them a couple of rounds. So all across the board, it's pretty good. Or
Yeah,
at the very
especially
least, better.
Box with that clutch at the beginning. That
Well,
was,
yeah, of course.
yeah, we can't forget that.
Oh, no. That one is to be remembered for sure. I mean, I can't wait to actually rewatch that moment later today. But in the meantime, of course, still a match underway. It's this time Hard Legion Esports. I'm going to be on the T side. All over on towards mid. Nemiga are not shying away from that position. And as a result, Box, another potential really good start here with their pistol rounds. So we are going to go down. MDS did fall though. So overall, 4 versus 3.
Now Nemiga, really aggressive play style from them. And now, what can Hard Legion do? They need to commit for a push somewhere.
Well, it seems like the choice here is going to be A, as they're not spotted just yet. So maybe they can start making something happen, but unfortunately for them, Speedak is going to be waiting. And as a result, as he spots, I think at least 2 of them, it does signal the rest of the squad to rotate back on towards A, and Hard Legion to make a tough choice here. 56 seconds left though.
And the execute is coming in. Lollipop, Speedak, nice headshots there, and all down to Forrester, who barely manages to take down Lollipop and gets traded by Geo. Nemiga now stepping up the pace, winning the pistol round.
And we'll see what they can do. I mean, with their respective members, even though outside of a box, nobody is necessarily a standout, look at how, for the most part, evenly the kills are spread out. 10, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, that's... it really shows that Nemiga are a team where anyone can stand out. Like, for instance, one match it's Speedak, the other match is Box, one match is Lollipop. You know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. And we will have a short timeout here for the T side. Just regaining a little bit of their composure, perhaps. Seeing what they can do with this next approach. Especially since, compared to Hard Legion's defensive style, as you said, Nemiga weren't shying away from being more aggressive, playing around that mid-door section at the very least. So we'll see what they can do with this following round, as, of course, still pistols for Hard Legion.
Yeah, but look at the setup from Nemiga. An anti-eco setup. 4 MP5s, I believe.
Well, so far it's Crad. Going to be dropping down to 0. It's going to say it's going to be lit up, but never mind. Just falls rapidly. That's another one. Geo popping off here. It's 2 more targets, and it's Box who saves him up. Manages to get 2 kills of his own. It's only Sviat, and as I said, with that anti-eco round just paying dividends here for Nemiga. And Sviat is going to be running away for his life desperately. Not going to happen, as eventually he should be going down most likely. But Nemiga, 11-6 now, lead coming up.
I love this weapon. I don't know why. It just has like a satisfying sound when you kill someone.
Oh, yes. It's one of the most satisfying ones, even though, I mean, Op is still, you know, the best one, obviously, but...
Actually, the Deagle.
I mean, in your eyes, yeah?
I mean, it's much more satisfying when you kill someone with the Deagle than with the Op. I mean, headshot-wise.
That's fair. I mean, it is more of a potential, like, comeback story, too, right? Because it's, like, not as expensive, it's not as powerful, and when you make some crazy plays happen with some good headshots, it's just that much more impressive to watch. I can see that. I can see that. But Nemiga, same approach. Hard Legion committing here, forced buy, rather complete buy for them for the most part. Whereas Nemiga really not getting much else from that previous round.
Just sticking with the setup.
Yeah.
That's a nice smoke off, and now the B-take is coming in, but...
They knew. They knew.
They knew.
Now 5v3 made possible here in favor of Hard Legion. We'll see whether or not they can make it happen. And so far, they will have a little bit of opposition here. Dropping down gets the kill. Trades are happening, though. Perhaps Lollipop can make it happen with 2 in quick succession. Can he find more? He is forced to swap to a secondary and knows the answer to that one. But Hard Legion finally getting a round win here on T side.
Yeah, but the weaponry wasn't really good.
Yeah.
For Nemiga, so now they should invest into M4s and an AWP potentially, and
2. Make that 2.
Make that 2. Speedak and Box.
Yes, I love this. I love the fact that Box is one to pick it up as well. He's been on point when it comes to Dust 2. It's been his map, and as a result, we'll see what he can do from mid. I mean, again, I love the fact that they've been really well spread out defensively, and they haven't been too shy with guarding those mid sections.
That's a nice smoke for Cats. Look at Box here. I think he will manage to see a leg. Not quite sure.
Crowd, of course, on the other side does have a pretty respectable arsenal of his own. The rest of the team more going towards A, actually, right now. They did commit through long doors, going into blue, and eventually long.
Yeah, it is shaping up to be an A take, but a lot of utility is wasted. Only 2 smokes, 3 smokes remaining. And look at Speedak here.
They know. They know, but Krat did manage to find one, so even though they know
But
it might not
nobody
matter.
is guarding A site, and the T's are just strolling in.
Wow. That is, I think the correct word is exactly what you mentioned, Fro. They were too focused. They were tunnel visioning on Krad, and he just got 2. I think, actually 3, if I'm not mistaken, almost. And an easy bomb plan for his team. Stayed alive as well. Big. Yeah, he got 3. So
Yeah, this
insane.
round is solely on Krad. He got 3 kills, and he managed to delay the CTs, actually to switch the CT's focus onto him to allow the rest of the Hard Legion team to just stroll in, walk in, as you say.
They just tunnel visioned way too hard on it, and as a result, I mean, now Speedak, yes, he has that op, but there's no way they're going to make this one happen. Bomb is going to go off soon enough, and I wouldn't be too surprised if Krad gets another one here, as he will be waiting for him, but no, Speedak, quick reflexes means that he will get that shot, will get the kill, and will be getting to keep his op for now.
And now Hard Legion bouncing back, trailing by only 3. Good recovery there. And we are looking at an interesting match, to say the least.
I mean, coming into today, before we actually had the match underway, we were talking a bit about predictions. What do you expect, you know, especially these two teams with recent history and everything. We thought, okay, Hard Legion, potential to show up, but they've been really, really impressive considering what we initially expected. Like Nemiga, we said it was going to be a 2-0 probably. Yeah. So far, it's not only a 1-1, but it's a close dust 2 as well.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. In the meantime, Box, the main player for Nemiga on this map, he gets taken down by Krad, and let's see what can Nemiga do now. They're gonna go for a gamble and just guard A site, leaving only Lollipop with an MP5. Not much you can do with that.
No, unfortunately not, and not only that, but Kinky did manage to take one before going down. I thought he was spotted out, and that's why they were going for that approach, but no. And as a result, in the meantime, Lollipop did find one, looks for 2, gets him pretty low, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to happen. And as a result, finally, we'll have Speedak go towards that point. Can he make it happen? Nades being set up soon enough, as the plan is going to go down. 2 versus 3. Sviat dropping pretty low, though. Means that Nemiga are making this potentially happen, but they really have to be quick about it. And it seems like, no, they're going to just give this one up.
Yeah, it's too risky, because the B site is the hardest to take, and the bomb is already planted, and on the bad side, they have 2 ops. So they really should go for the save, and as you said, that is the case.
But that is so good now for Hard Legion, as they will bring this one to a 9-11 score, and looking very likely to bring it even further into their favor. I mean, potentially bringing us to that 11-11 scoreline even. Nemiga can buy now, still, but this is running away in favor of Hard Legion.
Yeah, and especially if they manage to get a squad wipe now, then it's really gonna look dire for Nemiga.
Yeah, because they kept those ops, and actually, okay, yeah, they're gonna just stick to saving up that money instead, considering they have those 2 ops.
Yeah, that's a wise choice. That's a wise choice, to say the least.
Fair enough, not overcommitting. Could pay off dividends in the end, as so far. Hard Legion Esports T side being pretty good, to say the least. Perhaps an understatement. Cat now being covered by MDS. Ooh, saw that projectile go through. Not going to be able to find that target just yet. Gets him a tap. Second one now eventually. Kinky going down. Finally, first frag of this one going in favor of Nemiga.
Yeah, but Kinky was just a distraction, because the real fight is happening on A-Long. The execute is coming in, and let's see.
They're ready.
They're ready.
They're ready for the most part. I mean, Forster is finally getting spotted out. Speedak, the one to take that one out. Another one falls, and Hard Legion crumbles as Nemiga making big things happen with those ops. As I say that, of course, Speedak did go down. Plant should go through, actually, as they're playing this one extremely careful. But as I say that, Rage will fall. Finally, the plant goes through, but this should definitely go up in favor of Nemiga unless some hero plays can come out of Krad. No, he had the right idea, but execution didn't quite go through. And as a result, finally for Legion, or rather for Nemiga, I should say, they find a round victory here on CT side, bringing us to 12-9.
Yeah, that's a good round win for Hard Legion for Team Nemiga, sorry, because it really wasn't looking too good for Nemiga.
Yeah.
Because they were, I believe it was 3 rounds in a row. Yeah, I think it was 3 rounds in a row.
Previously, yes, it was 3 rounds that they lost, so was looking likely that the snowball effect would continue through. However, now posted up pretty interestingly enough, quite aggressive. Even a blue on towards the side of Lollipop. We'll see what they can do with it because so far it's paying off. HP values in their favor means that Hard Legion Esports kind of have to take a slow approach.
Kinky is dropped down to 34 HP, which is not a good thing. And let's see, what can Hard Legion do? What's the proper call in this situation? Only JYO is guarding the B site.
And perhaps that is indeed the right call. Most of them posted up around middle. Still thinking about what they're doing. I mean, even Sviat looking onto Cat. Just wanting to get any information whatsoever about Nemiga because they are kind of in the dark right now. But as I say that, of course, similar situation for Nemiga. And this is very defensive, very safe defensive play coming out of MDS there. Could have been really, really bad for him.
Yeah, but the clock is ticking. They need to make a move, and they need to make a move fast.
Indeed, 30 seconds. And at the very least, the bomb is from middle. Both choices, of course, available in fast succession. Whether or not they're going to go for a B remains to be seen. It seems like that call will be potentially made. Kinky looking to post up. He's going to be fought, though, by Geo. Finds that kill. Second one. Can he get it? Oh, no. Tried for it, though. And in the end, it's 2 kills in favor of Hard Legion. That will allow them to plant the bomb. And Nemiga might just lose another round. Yeah, they're going to go for the save instead. Unfortunate there. It could have looked really, really good as they were kind of just so good at buying time, making sure it's going to come down to the wire. However, credit for Hard Legion. They did manage to find another round win here. As
Yeah,
it will be 12 to
quick
10.
bounce back.
Yep.
And now, as you said, 12 to 10. A really interesting matchup. I didn't really expect that, to be honest.
Nope, not at all. And the thing is, it's going to continue to be very close. Because with these saves going through, it's not like they can instantly, take the advantage of another round win and continue with more up their sleeve. It's still up in the air as to who's going to take the next one.
But look at Krad here, standing on 19 kills. Really stepping up for Hard Legion.
But yeah, as said, Nemiga is going to be able to have respectable answer for Hard Legion if they will take them on or fight right on. With all those rifles available, double ops still good to go for Geo and Speedak. But this time, Hard Legion flirting with the idea of going mostly towards B, 2 and upper, 2 towards those mid doors. Molly now being readied up, but nobody really up too close towards those positions.
And yet again, a slow approach from Hard Legion.
Sviado getting pushed in means that he actually is forced to get up close and personal, perhaps, but overall it's going to be Forster to fall. Answers are good, though, from Hard Legion. 2 more casualties taken by Nemiga.
That's a good B take. That's a good B take.
Exactly. That's what I was going to follow it up with. The fact that B is going to be easily taken here. And yeah, Nemiga even are giving this one up. Saving again. Double ops. Smart play, but those rounds, man, I mean, they keep going in favor now all of a sudden. Hard Legion.
You can save just so many times, but
exactly,
the gap is closing. Now they're like just a 1 round lead away from Hard Legion Esports.
And that's why this is such an intense matchup that I did not initially expect. Because every single time, it really can go either way. It really can. And even into the next round, same thing there. Followed up with even more so close call actions, back and forths. 24/7. But Hard Legion Esports are going to bring this one to 11-12. And we'll see what they can do.
Let's see what Nemiga will decide to buy. They do have the money prior to saving those 2 ops and an M4. So they are going to be heavily investing in this round, but
Bye-bye.
yeah. Yeah. The man you were praising from last match really stepping up.
Yes, that is indeed what's happening here. Fortunately for Hard Legion Esports, and unfortunately for Nemiga, means that they're already down 1 member, and that is 1 op as well. So it's tough. It is tough indeed. I'm not sure what the play would be here. The read is good, however, considering their positioning. Should be pretty good for what Hard Legion Esports are doing, but it's not going to be easy. Even though they have the right read right now, it's still not going to be an easy one to execute, I would say.
Yeah, but look at Speedak's position. That was a nice incendiary nade there. But still, Hard Legion, they do have the player advantage, but still not committing just yet. Just checking out everything. And here we go.
Okay, there we go. They're committing for B, it seems like, and I think they're going to be more than ready for this, because look at that, just like that. It's Box who picks up 2. MDS will follow with third. That's what I was talking about with that member in Box being posted up so close towards upper B. He wasn't spotted out. They had no clue. Even Rage dropping down to 4 HP means that they're going to save instead. And that's what I was talking about, man. That's why it really can go either way, and you can't call this one out. It's down to the wire. We might even go to overtime at this point. I don't know. It's such a close matchup, and I couldn't ask for anything better, really, to start things off for the tournament.
I agree with you. And now Hard Legion with the save. Nemiga breaking the deadlock once again. Now leading by 2 rounds. Not bad.
Getting us closer towards that match point. See whether or not they can actually close this one out, or if Hard Legion are going to bounce back for their T side. All around, though, just looking at the score, they did have more wins on T, of course. They got, 5 wins against 4 losses so far. So, just again, speaks volume as to how close this matchup is.
Let's see what Hard Legion has to offer now. A long-range setup, 4 SGs and an AWP.
And they're kind of still going for B. And this time around, we won't have Box in that deadly position.
It's just Lollipop, but
it doesn't matter, apparently, because Lollipop isn't up, it seems like.
And the main point is Lollipop managed to secure the bomb.
Yep. There is the bomb. There is the hopes and dreams of Hard Legion Esports, which are rapidly vanishing at this point. It seems like some desperate attempts, perhaps out of Rage. Yes, he has had some amazing plays with those op shots, but I don't think even he can pull this one off.
Look at Speedak.
Yeah, Kinky's going to get spotted out. There's no way. Creeping by. Oh, 2 of them actually gets 1. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, if Speedak doesn't take him out, that would have been disastrous. But Kinky does manage to find 1 more. However, Hard Legion probably are not going to win this round. But credit where it's due again. And this time, I didn't think they would even get this much after that disastrous start.
That's true. That's true. But they don't have the bomb. 23 seconds. Are they gonna commit to it? I believe it. They are. But nothing much you can do, really.
Nothing much indeed. And as a result, this is going to be a 14-1 match, or rather 1 round away from match point here for Nemiga. And this is going to have to be an interesting choice coming out of Hard Legion Esports, because are they going to save up? Yes. Okay. I was going to pose the question, are they going to save up and just commit full on going into the next round and try to snowball off of that? Yes is the answer to that one. Scout has been recuperated, but not for long, as Rage falls to Speedak on point with the offer.
And speaking of points, it is shaping up to be match point Nemiga.
Nemiga, this is exactly what we expected coming into today out of you guys, and it's a bit late, not gonna lie, but hey, if it's still going to net them the win overall, that's all that matters. And yeah, Sviat's still alive, but probably not for long. And even if he is up until the very end, I don't expect him to pull out an ace at this point. I mean, yeah, just especially since he only has the deagle.
Surrounded. Yeah. Time is running out, and I don't know who's gonna first get the kill, Box or these guys in front of him. I think it's gonna be Lollipop, and here we go.
Actually, would have betted on Box, to be honest, before that.
Yeah, I was about to say Box, but then he just jumped on the Box in suicide and just suicided.
Well, that's match points. They did save up for this round. Now the question is, can Hard Legion pick up consecutive wins off of this? Because it's not looking too hot for them. I mean, they're playing very decisive though, very aggressive, going over towards long. So far pushing away a few members of Nemiga, but no real damage going through. Finally, Box dropping a little bit low. However, they will be ready for it now. And
yeah,
as a result,
rotation came in.
I don't know. I think it's up to Kinky to be the X factor here, going through mid, or Xbox even pushing up, but no, it's not going to happen. It's 2 kills happening in favor of Nemiga instead. 2 for 1. Another one falling now. Hard Legion Esports rapidly just crumbling here. 2 members left. Bomb dropped. This is it. This is, again, match point for Nemiga. If they win this one, they advance through the winner's bracket. Rage just looking to retaliate. Says, no, this is not over just yet. Pushes the opposition quite far away, bringing us to a 2v2. All of a sudden, much more possible now, getting the plant even.
Yeah, but a wise choice from Nemiga, not going all in one direction. And that's why Box rotated all the way to that long area.
SpeedX still has that up, but they don't quite know where they're at. And the positioning right now, being on short A, it seems like for the most part, at the very least for the side of Rage, seems to be the good play here as they're creeping by. Forster doesn't know either, and as a result, SpeedX is going to get a first draw on that one. The answer is good. Does Nemiga have enough time? Headshot is not even going to happen, never mind. And as a result, Hard Legion, such a close matchup somehow. I mean, man. Excitement must be through the roof for that squad. I mean, under such pressure, still somehow getting the round win there.
What a match. I'm absolutely thrilled to be watching this match. Like an absolute festival, to say the least.
Fiesta in one way or another. Take your pick, of course, as to which type of fiesta it is, but still, Hard Legion Esports making things very difficult for Nemiga. Of course, it's still their advantage. They're at match point.
1 round.
They have the money. They have the weapons. It's still double off setup for them. It's just all about whether or not they can execute once more. Because Hard Legion Esports, I would call that to some clutch plays, if anything, for that last round. And as a result, again, very aggressive approach here. We do have 1 member set up in pit. The nade is going to not be too bad, but not quite enough for Lollipop. They know of his position, however, and as a result, we'll see how they can deal with this. And 2 members make that free towards mid, potentially. Only 1 set up on B for Nemiga.
No, that was an aggressive push from Sviat. He got dropped down to 45 HP via Molotov, and Box just secures the kill.
And at this point, I just don't know what they can do. I mean, a rotation towards CAD might be the choice, but how are they going to do this one in the end, considering I think Nemiga has the answers. Especially here, Krat. Your days are numbered, buddy. I don't see how you can make it out unless Lollipop just bites the dust here. Nope, not going to happen, as said. And with that, should be easy pickings for them. Speedak finds Rage. That's another one secured. 2 members left. Their dreams might be crushed here as Nemiga look to close this one out. Not a lot left. No more utilities for the side of Hard Legion Esports. This is all about Nemiga. They need to make these final kills happen. So far, though, it's 2 more somehow for Hard Legion.
What is going on here? 2 versus 3, and the bomb is down, but still.
No way. No way.
They clutch it? And Lollipop makes it into a 1v3, make that a 0v3, as Nemiga will advance into the next round.
Wow, that was much closer than I expected, though. Nemiga got it in the end. Congratulations to them. They will be the first team to advance for the winners bracket. Well played, but Damn, was that a close one? I really did not expect it to be as much of a nail biter as it ended up being.
Yeah, as we said, we did see Nemiga being the favorites to win both maps and
Both first maps.
both first maps and Hard Legion, really putting it in the effort.
Yeah, and as we can see right now on the bracket, that we'll have Hard Legion down in the losers.